Welcome back to Awash Does Sports. I'm Awash. Let's do some sports. Now, look what I have for you right now. Every confirmed round of 32 match for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. This guy put it out as soon as the games were done. I'm pretty sure he was working on it all the times with all the scenarios, but we are here. I'm going to be reacting to every match and making my prediction on every match of the round of 32. If you saw what I did in the group stage, you might want to fade me because I was not good. But I think I'm much better now that teams have to play because if they don't, they will get eliminated. So I feel like I know the results a little bit better and how teams are going to play. But yeah, here we go. First game we have South Africa versus Canada. Now, whose fault is it that it's in Los Angeles? Canada's fault. They should have taken care of business. They have to. They're the host country. You got to win the group. They did not, unfortunately for them. But we move. The South Africa team, I don't know how they're even in this situation, to be honest. I don't know what South Korea was doing because they played that game like if they had already qualified. And I'm like, you have to try to win or tie this game. Like, I have no idea what they were doing. After that first game where they beat Czechia, they just, yeah. So South Korea is out, obviously, with South Africa being the best third place team in that group. I just don't see them having a chance really against Canada. I still think it's going to be a large Canadian crowd, especially in Los Angeles, from that west coast side of Canada. So I'm going to go with Canada with a 2-1 victory. I think they struggle to score goals sometimes, so that's why it's so close. Then we have Brazil, Japan. Wow. We're getting some matchups in this tournament, man. Brazil is on fire right now. They can't be stopped. Like, no matter what they do, they just keep going, no matter who they put up front. Like, Vinny is on fire. Japan is just so fun to watch. They play as a team. Everyone's just very, understands their role, but I just don't think they can beat Brazil. They may tie it. They may tie it like a 1-1. But I think Brazil's going to pull away late. It's going to be 3-1 Brazil. Because I don't know if you all have seen it, but in the locker room, one of their leaders was like, "It's a privilege to wear this Brazil shirt. We're doing it for all the people back home, the people who didn't get to make it. They're chef. They're like, he probably once dreamed to be a professional soccer player, and he's not. And he's here though to do it for him. It was intense. So I think they are hyper focused because they're trying to win again. It's Brazil. They win World Cups. So since they haven't won one since 2002, I think they're really trying to win this one. Obviously, every time they're trying to win, but they are very motivated. But 3-1 Brazil. Then we have Germany, Paraguay. Again, another team. How did they get out of the group? Paraguay. Like, they're so bad. They cannot create offense. Pretty sure I've looked at their stats and like I'm like, oh, okay, you have Enciso, you have Almiron. No, I don't think Enciso even averages like 2 shots a game. It's just, it's bad. It's probably the worst opponent they could have gotten because Germany is going to torture them. I know Germany just lost, and maybe if you're holding out hope, you could just say like, "Hey, Germany's choked before. This is just not the team to bet that's gonna make Germany choke because I don't see how Paraguay scores goals. So in this one, I'm taking Germany, and it's not close. 4-1. Netherlands, Morocco. Wow, 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 wow. I love this game already. I think Netherlands is such a fun team. Um, I don't know, like Morocco plays good defense, but I feel like they're going to struggle a little bit on offense. They haven't really been scoring a ton. But this Netherlands team, man, what they did to Sweden, Tunisia. I mean, their only hiccup was a tie against Japan, and Japan's good. So I don't know. I think I'm going to go with Netherlands here, probably 3-1. Again, high scoring. Probably a little bit too optimistic for Netherlands because I think Morocco's defense is pretty good. And this may go to extra times, but I just have a feeling that If Netherlands come out just super confident with Frankie de Jong and, you know, Gakpo and Krabi or whoever they want to start up top, like they can just roll over Morocco, I think. So I'm going to go with Netherlands 2-1, 3-1. Sorry. Ivory Coast or Cote d'Ivoire versus Norway. Wow. I'm telling you, with these, I was very skeptical about the 48 team tournament, but looking at it now, these knockout stage first rounds are insane. Ivory Coast versus Norway. My favorite young player, under 21, Jan Diamande, against Norway, against Holland. This is, oh my gosh, if I was rich, I could have went to this game. Uh, I'm excited. I just, oh my gosh, this is such a tough one. This would be a heartbreak for both because I think this Ivory Coast team is really underrated. They have so many good players. Ahmed Diallo, Yan Diamande, as I mentioned. Like they have Cassier, just good players. Sangare, Pep, Pepe, former Arsenal man. He's starting to play well and get some goals. I love this team. But how are they going to stop Holland? I just feel like it's going to be an up and down game. Ivory Coast's defense didn't allow anything in qualifications, but in this tournament, they haven't looked the best. They've obviously they had a clean sheets and stuff like that, but I still don't trust them to be able to stop Holland on a corner kick, like the cross in the box, pace. They have pace with them, but that first step that he can make is insane. Wow. Okay, I have a wild take here. I think this one goes to extras, and I just think Ivory Coast is so physical and athletic that they can just tire out that midfield of Norway, hence kind of stopping Holland because Holland's not dropping back to get the ball and try to carry it up. He's looking for service. So if he can't get service, he could be neutralized a little bit. So I think this is a Ivory Coast Cote d'Ivoire win in extra time, 2-1. Wow. All right, next one. We have France versus Sweden. I love this. If Sweden just had a defense, these two offensive attacks would be spectacular. Because Sweden, when they start playing their brand of football, it's amazing. They are just tick, 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 tick. I really wish they had a better defense, but they don't. And what Mbappe, at least, I mean, just look at the two in this picture. But then they don't even have hat trick in the first half. Dembele, Usman Dembele. Yeah. Um, this France team is lethal. I didn't think it could get more than the time they won, but this team is insane, bro. So with that, I'm going France, man, and they're going to score because Sweden doesn't have a defense. All right, France 3-1. It could be worse though. That sucks. That would have been such a hype game. I'm pulling for Sweden to figure something out. Mexico, Ecuador. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you right now, Mexico is lucky they won that group because if they had to play Ecuador in the United States, from how crazy these Ecuador fans have been showing up for their team, it might have been a road game, which, I mean, it would be a road game. They're not in Mexico. But, I mean, Ecuador's not in the United States. So I don't know. But this is at in Mexico City, Estadio Azteca. I've been there. Funny enough, I hope they made reservation. I hope they made renovations because they had like no concourse where you could get food and stuff. But yeah, I think this Mexico team is inspired right now. I don't see them losing in front of their own crowd. But this Ecuador team, they're feisty. But again, nah, Mexico is going to come out on fire. So I'm gonna go with a. It's got to be another 2-1. I just feel like there's back and forths in these games. Like Ecuador has to counterpunch. Whether that's they gave up two and then they scored one just to make the scoreline look better and give them a chance. But I think Mexico wins this, and I think they're going to be pretty dominant. 2-1 there. United States, Bosnia and Herzegovina. To be honest, I don't think this game's going to be close. Bosnia got destroyed by Switzerland. Like, what are we talking about? Why are we acting like the United States can't do that? This Bosnia team is a little bit old with their actual legit players. So I'm going the United States all day. I'm going to go bold and go 3-0, bro. United States are playing well. I know they just lost to Turkey, but they didn't really care about that game. And I don't care what anybody else says about them needing to care. I didn't care. I wanted everybody to be healthy. And if we came out that way, we're good. So yeah, 3-0 US. Next, we have Australia, Egypt. Now, Nestori Irankunda, wow, did I call it in that first game? I'm like, that's a guy I've seen since he was like 16, 17 playing in Australia. Wow, 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 wow. It's so cool to see him do it on the national stage. He's with Watford now. Like, maybe he gets a move, probably not. Probably plays one more year at Watford before he can get a move, but he's 20 years old. He's doing it. He's fun. They're a great counterattacking team. I don't know because they're both trying to do the same thing. But obviously on Egypt's side they have Omar Marmoush and they have our guy Mohamed Salah, and it seems like he's in a bit of form. For the World Cup he wasn't for the Premier League season, but yeah. And again, another one that I could have went to if I had endless money supply. But we move. Then we have Argentina versus Cabo Verde. And some say at Cabo Verde, bring on Argentina. For me, I don't think they want anything to do with Argentina. Unfortunately, I don't know if Argentina's given up a goal. So, Messi's in form, playing great. World Cup records for goals. Is Cabo Verde the team to stop him? Is Vozinha his kryptonite? I hope so. I'm tired of seeing Argentina. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think Argentina wins this one 3-0. Is Cabo Verde going to score? No. 3-0. And just like that, we don't have all the games. What kind of article is this where you don't put pictures for all the teams? But okay, I guess we'll do rapid fire. I did this one, this one, this one, this one. Portugal, Croatia. That's a fun one. Again, Portugal's been struggling a little bit in this group stage, but this matchup sets up nice for them because Croatia's team is kind of old. When you're relying on, Modric to run that midfield, he's still good. He still gets assists and things like that, but it's got to be on set pieces, and breaks of play and interplay. Like, he's not as dominant as he once was, and I think they're going to get overrun by this Portugal team. So I'm going to go Portugal here. 2-1. They can't really score that much. Then we have Spain, Austria. I love this matchup. Arnautovic, going against Spain, Lamine Yamal. Yeah, Spain's too good. So I'm going to go Spain 3-1. Then of the games we missed, Belgium, Senegal. Another fun one, but Senegal just beat up on our Iraq and performed a little bit negatively towards the others in their group that are, not of the quality. So I think Belgium's going to win. I'm just going to go with a 2-1 victory. I'm doing everything 2-1. Did that one, did that one, did that one. England versus the minute or DR Congo. Um, I think England is going to easily win this game. Honestly, again Congo. They had a fun last match, but pretty sure they played Uzbekistan, which you have to beat them. So I'm not too concerned with this team. I think England beats them 4-1. I think this is going to be a statement victory for England and give reinstill their confidence. Argentina, which we called, and the last two that we didn't call actually, Switzerland, Algeria. After that amazing match from Algeria and Austria, I'm still going to go Switzerland. I love the Switzerland team. They know how to win. They know how to play in close games. They battle. Like, if Granit Xhaka is your captain, you're going to know how to be scrappy. I'm a big fan of Mbolo because he can just hold up play from wherever. He wins not just headers, but he's like winning and keeping the ball at his feet from long passes. So he is one of my favorites on that team. Um, so I think Switzerland wins that game 2-1. 2-1 Switzerland. And lastly, Colombia versus Ghana. Wow. Another great game. Ghana has been playing very well, but Colombia. Hmm. Hmm. Unfortunately, I think this Colombia's team is very good. Not the best, but probably going to edge out Ghana here, unfortunately. So I'm going to go Colombia with a 1-0 victory against Ghana. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks. Thanks so much for watching. Um, like and subscribe. I'm just testing out these overlays. I don't know if I like them or not. I got a new mic from Mayona. TikTok shop got me. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.